Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I am Christine Dixon of The Ordinary Sacred, and I'm so happy you're back with me. I am going to continue leading you through some of the exercises presented by Ralph de la Rosa in Outshining Trauma in Chapter 8. And today I want to guide you through a really powerful exercise that was actually created by Peter Levine. Um, who is the one who developed somatic experiencing, if you're familiar with that. And it's called pendulation. And the exercise I'm going to lead you through is really focusing in on your body and any kind of pain or discomfort you might have in your body. This is an amazing technique to kind of help bring relief to that, but it also gives you an awareness of your body and also an awareness of your mind and how your mind can, by what you put attention on, can affect how your body feels. You'll see. Um, and I also want to note here that I use this technique with the qualities of self. I go through all the 8 qualities of self and their opposites, and I use a pendulation technique, the same type thing, to go from one to the other and back and forth, um, to essentially show that our parts, which are kind of opposite of the self or opposite feelings, parts who suffer, right, who experience anxiety and judgment and anger and all of those things, that they can coexist with the self who feels genuine compassion and curiosity and calm toward them. And so I believe I lead you through that exercise in a video called something like how to access self energy, if you want to look up that, because it's a really powerful exercise. Today, we're going to focus just on the body. All right, so let's try this. And again, if you have parts who are skeptical about it or have concern about it, you can turn toward them and see if you can meet those concerns. Or you might just listen, tell them you're just going to listen to the exercise so they can understand what it's like, and and then see if they're willing to try it. Or you can just say, let's just experiment, and if at any time you feel unsafe, we'll stop. Okay, so before we get into it, as always, I invite you to check around you, look around, maybe listen, really orient yourself into this present moment in the space you're in and see if you are safe. And if you are safe, then you can freely kind of go inside and do this exercise. If not, do whatever you need to do. Change locations, shut a door, um, support yourself in whatever way you need to, and we will go inside. So I invite you to do that while you turn and to bring your attention on the inside. It helps me to close my eyes because we're going to be focusing particularly today on our body. You might notice your breath. And if you want to extend your exhale to tell your body that you're safe, you can do that. And as you feel your body in this space, you notice your breath. You might feel gravity pulling down on your shoulders, on your jaw, kind of melt your face. And now I invite you to scan your body for a specific place that feels pain or discomfort of some kind. It could be any kind. It could be aching, burning. It could be sharp or dull. Just anything that kind of grabs your attention and is uncomfortable in some kind of way. And if you have parts you're concerned about focusing on that, just let them know that it's okay. Our intention is actually to help this part feel better eventually. And see if those parts are willing to try it out. So as you let your mind kind of sit right there on the part of your body that is uncomfortable, just kind of notice and answer in your mind. Is this sensation tight or loose? Is it heavy or light? Is it sharp or dull? Is it pulsing or constant? Or is it kind of intermittent? Is it more warm or cool? Is it more like water or electricity? So we're just getting really curious about the nature of this pain or discomfort in our body. And then I invite you to notice how much space is this sensation taking up. You might kind of draw a perimeter around it. Does it have a shape? Does it have a color? And this helps you be able to really focus and give attention in that particular spot. Okay, and now I want to invite you to focus on a place in your body that feels okay. It could feel good to neutral, even if it's the tip of your pinky finger or one of your ankles. Find a spot in your body that feels okay. And just focus there and notice the sensations of non-pain, even pleasure. And then we're going to ask the same questions as you focus on this place that feels okay. Is it tight or loose? Is it heavy or light? Is it sharp or dull? Is it pulsing or constant? Is it more warm or cool? Is it more like water or like electricity? Or maybe there's another way you'd describe it. And again, ask yourself, how much space does this okay sensation take up? Does it have a shape? Does it have a color? Okay. Now I'm going to ask you to go back to the pain place and engross yourself again in that sensation by noticing the sensation and all the details again. Just stay there for a moment. Be with it, notice it. And now go back to the less painful place and engross yourself there and really be in the sensation there, noticing it. And then go back to the painful place again. Stay for a moment and swing back to the non-painful place and stay there for a moment. Swing back to the painful place. Wait a beat and back to the non-painful place, just like a pendulum, swinging back and forth. And just put your attention on one and then on the other. This is very non-judgmental, even loving attention, just curious attention. From the painful place to the non-painful place, back and forth. And as you do this, you are sharing the resources of the part of your body that is well with the part of the body that is not well. You are linking them, you're creating a bridge. And just notice what happens to the pain after some time. Because your brain is starting to get a new form of signaling that your whole body's not in pain, all of you's not in pain, that there's more happening than just the discomfort. And this exercise may not take the pain away, but usually within a few minutes, people report that things feel less overwhelming and more manageable. And if that's the case for you, you can realize that you did that with your mind. Okay. And when you're ready, you can feel your whole body, the weight of your body on the chair, or the bed, or the floor, wherever you are. Notice your breath. Come back out with me. And I'm curious how that experience was for you. Maybe you didn't have something really painful. Maybe you want to try this when you're experiencing some kind of chronic or disconcerting pain that overtakes you, overwhelms your system. You might want to try it again. I know a lot of people who do experience chronic pain um, can find this to be really relieving. I remember listening to Byron Katie, and I have mixed thoughts about Byron Katie's the work. I think it's wonderful when it's done from self energy, can be not so great when done from burdened parts. But I remember a woman who had chronic pain coming to Byron Katie and saying, "I'm in pain all the time." And Byron Katie will say, "Is that true?" And she was like, "Yes, I'm in pain all the time. Can you know for sure that that's true?" She's like, "Well, no, I mean, I do sleep. And so I'm not in pain when I sleep. And then can you think of times, any moment, just infinitesimal moment when you don't feel pain?" And she said, "Yeah, there might be, one moment in 99 or in 100." But just being able to realize, wait, there are some moments when I don't feel the pain, allowed this window to open and that experience to kind of expand more and more, and for her to notice when that was happening. And I think kind of like what Ralph is saying too, it's like this bridge happens between the the parts of us who are well and the parts that are unwell, and there's kind of like a sharing of support is the way that I kind of would describe it. And it's the same thing that happens in the exercise that I guide you through in the other video, where you bring the self quality to a part who's feeling the opposite, right? You bring compassion to a part who's feeling um, really agitated or judgmental or angry, and you bring calm to a part that's feeling really anxious, and you bring confidence to a part who's feeling shame, and you can bring them together, and really it is this interrelating that happens. So last thing is I'll tell you about my experience doing this. So I often have quite a bit of pain in my upper jaw here. It's kind of where uh, my teeth clench and I hold tension. And I've talked to parts who do that. But in the past, I would have pain for months and months and months and headaches, and it would overwhelm my system to where it took over everything. It was all I could think about all day, every day. And when I woke up to go to the bathroom at night, but now I'll experience it, I'll feel it, And so that when I did this, I felt kind of the pain here and, described it with all the words that he provides. Let me see if I can find it again. It was tight, heavy, sharp, constant, warm, and like electricity. And it had just this shape here, like kind of like an oval, and it felt red. Okay, so then I went to the most pleasant place in my body was my right wrist right here. And so I just focused there on that. And it was loose, light, dull, constant, cool, and like water. And it was kind of that cylinder shape and it was blue. And so that helped me be able to toggle between the two, like the red, sharp pain here and the cool, soothing blue cylinder here. And just to go back and forth between the two. And it's true. It really did help me realize, oh no, my whole body's not in pain at all. I have so many parts of my body that are not in pain right now. How wonderful. And it's not a dismissal of the fact that there was pain here, right? And I'm kind of giving cool, sm soothing, loving energy to that spot and observing it and watching how it changes and asking, what do you need? And all of those things, kind of bringing self energy to it. So that ability to pendulate between um, the parts of us who hold pain, whether it's in our body or it's an emotional pain, and the parts of us who are doing okay, or the self who is capable of holding all kinds of pain because it's untroubled, right? It's bringing the troubled ones to the untroubled space as a support, bringing them together, toggling between them until they are together, right? And that's what interrelating is. So I hope you appreciated that experiment. I find it very fascinating. And I'd love to hear about your experience. If you want to, in the comments, describe the part that was feeling pain, kind of what shape or color it was, and the part that was feeling okay and what shape or color that was. That could be fun. And I guess I'll know that you watch to the end if you do that. You could even just say a shape and a color and a shape and a color. Um, and I'll know exactly what you're talking about, and others will too. So, yeah, I'd love to hear from you in the comments, and I look forward to talking to you next time about the parts who resist doing these kinds of experiments and how to befriend them using the 6 F's of IFS. See you then.